Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to replace something that I installed on the house years ago, but it's kind of worn out, so it needs another one. It's the door seal, Weatherstripping along the bottom. Now these things are really great because they do a good job at keeping that draft right by that Weatherstripping seal from coming through. And not that we have a bug problem, but it also keeps little critters out. The way it's designed, I guess I'll show you a close-up. Alright, to show you, it's kind of a U-groove that fits the door. You might want to measure your door, make sure you get the right one. Got this one from Lowe's. It's, I think the ones I have on there are Rubbermaid. This one has a different brand. Comes with the hardware. And then there are some screw holes and it attaches on one side. But on the bottom, there are 5 little sealing lips that are going to brush against the door stop to provide your seal. Now you will have to either measure it to cut it. Since I have one on there already, I'm going to remove the old one and put it next to this one so that I can mark it and make my cuts. So first step, let's get the old one off and we'll take it from there. Alright, looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws down here holding this on, so we'll take those out. They're nice and rusted. Hopefully they won't give us any problems. You might be able to notice the sweat dripping. It's about 100 degrees out today. Very humid. Another reason why I'm changing this Weatherstripping to make sure that I don't have any leaks. Alright, the new one comes with new screws, so we're going to go ahead and utilize those. If you were installing this for the first time, you'd have to drill some pilot holes, or at the very least use a stronger drill to possibly self-drill them. Alright, let's see if we can slide this off. Door. And I just noticed there are screws on the other side that I have to undo, so let me get those undone. Okay, so I have the screws off on both the front and the back, so now I'm going to try sliding that off again. I am going to install one of these on the back door, so you'll get to see me drill the pre-holes, or maybe I'll try to get them to self-tap. We'll see. But let's go ahead and try to slide this off again. Should work pretty easy now. There we go. So you can see that there's a couple of slots still good slats, but some of them are broken, so hence the replacement. Alright, so now we're going to get ready to make our cut, and it turns out the new one happens to be the exact size of the old one, so maybe there's some universal measurement to this, but I seem to recall that I cut these when I installed the first set, but alright, we might get lucky there. Maybe the holes will line up too. Doesn't look like we're going to get lucky on that. So let's go rough fit it. Alright, have to say it looks good. Not happy that I'm going to have to redo the holes. I was hoping they'd line up. It looks like the center hole is the same, but the other ones are not. It's a pretty snug fit. Actually makes the door a little bit harder to close, but that just ensures that we have a snug fit. So this should do a very good job keeping the drafts to a minimum. It's a steel door, so there's a magnetic seal around the rest of it, which looks like it could be replaced, but it still does a pretty good job sealing any. Alright, let's see if I can get these screws to go in the cheating way. It'll make things a lot easier. I won't have to pre-drill. Well, that's got to be a testament to this little Black & Decker screwdriver, huh? It's actually my second one like this. The only downside to this Black & Decker screwdriver is that it still uses a nickel cadmium battery as opposed to like a lithium ion, so they do tend to go bad. But flip side of that is this is a pretty cheap screwdriver. Has little LED lights too to light up your work area. Alright, believe it or not, that one's done. Alright, just have to give a little more effort. The door's not going to shut. I have to talk to the kids about slamming it because, you know, they're going to quickly start smacking the door shut way too hard. But good seal again. Might even save us a few pennies on the electricity bill. Let's move on to the back door. Alright, so here we are at the back door. As you can see, this one does not have a updated weather stripping seal. What it has is the original that is like stapled to the bottom of the door. So the first step we're going to have to do is pry that one off to remove it. And that'll also give us the room for the new one. I'm just using a flathead screwdriver. Now, I haven't done this before, so it's kind of trial and error. Alright, so it actually looks like something similar to what I'm installing, except that it slides into some grooves. And let's go ahead and check out and make sure that our sizes match. I think I may have to cut it. And surely enough, it's just about an exact match, so that's what I like to see. Now, I didn't mention it on the other one, but I'm mounting the screws on the outside since that's where the most stress is. As the door closes, you don't want the unscrewed side to kind of bend or slip off. So the screws are going to go on the outside. Alright, so that kind of gives us an idea what that's going to look like. All that's left now is to screw it in. I apologize for the shape of the door in here. This is a semi-closed in garage, so it is exposed to the humidity, so we get a lot of mildew, and then we have kids too, a lot of dirt, so it's time for a good garage painting. That's on the list too, among 10 million other things I gotta do. But alright, let's get these screws installed so we can finish up this job for the day. Alright, so my absolute suggestion would be to actually pre-drill these holes instead of doing it the way that I'm doing it. By pre-drilling a small hole, these screws will go in much easier. You just have to make sure that you choose the right size bit. You want something that's considerably smaller than the diameter of your screws. Alright, looks like we might not get as lucky this time. Alright, took a little bit, but we did manage to get it to go in. Yeah. Back door appears to be a little bit more robust than the front. Two more to go. Well, that last one was the easiest. Alright, so there we go. Let's give it a try. This one's a little stiffer than the front, but it does close easily. Just have to tell the kids not to slam it. Alright, so there you have it, replacing the weather stripping on the bottom of your door seal guard. Fairly inexpensive job. I think they were under $10 a piece for the seals, and it only took a few minutes to install. Probably would have went much quicker if I wasn't making a video and explaining it. Both front and rear done, sealed, so we should be good for a couple of years. They don't last forever, but it's not really that major of a job to replace it. So if it helped you out or you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. That goes a long way to help promote the video and make give me a reason to keep doing them. Also support our sponsors. That's what makes videos like this possible. And if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. I hear thunder. It's about to rain, so we finished just in time. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.